Welcome to the BigZo podcast. I am he is me, episode 12. So moving on up in the world. How everybody doing out there? Hope everybody doing good, man. Christmas is quickly approaching. This weekend actually falls on a Friday this year, which is kind of dope. But hope everybody still maintaining some type of level of sanity, not going crazy, during these pandemic times or whatever. Uh, just a quick little thought, just for us this holiday coming, Christmas. I'm not really like the biggest. I don't have like the biggest Christmas spirit, holiday spirit. Matter of fact, they call me the Grinch around these parts. You know, uh, I accept it a little bit. I accept it to a certain degree. But just remember, man, don't, because everybody's had to make adjustments during these times. So, just kind of be reasonable with yourself. Be reasonable with yourself. Like this is if there's never been a time to put yourself first. Be reasonable with yourself. I know we want to make our kids happy. We want to make our significant others happy, our friends, our family, whoever it is, who make your list of gift giving. But let's just try to be reasonable with ourselves. Don't break the bank. Don't put yourself in more debt. Don't neglect the bill. Don't run up the credit cards. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't recommend it. I think if anything, this year alone has taught me for sure, but it should have taught the majority to appreciate what we have, what we currently have, to appreciate it and cherish it, and not really worry about what we don't have or what we would like to have. And I'm just speaking solely about the material things, not your dreams and aspirations, not your place of residency, not what you're driving, but just the little frivolous things that really don't carry a lot of weight in your life. To just be appreciative of what you have, man, and not, stress out because you can't do what you would like to do for the ones you love. And the ones you love should understand. So, just kind of be mindful. Just be mindful of yourself. Take it easy on yourself. Make it easy on yourself. And I know for me, I used to kind of struggle with that a little bit because, growing up, I ain't have like the big Christmas where, you got like 10 gifts under the tree with your name on them. May have about two. But, so I know for me, when, I became a father, have my dope son, I wanted to make sure that he never had any of the experiences that I had growing up. But at the same time, you can still do those things for your kid or kids. You can still do those things, man, within reason. So I know I wanted to make sure, and I ain't gonna front. The first few years it was like I'm gonna show out, I'm gonna show up and show out. But then you just kind of reality sets in. Like we buy these kids, man, all these toys, and they play with them on Christmas, and maybe from Christmas through the 29th of December, and then they in a corner somewhere on the side of the bed, under the bed, in the closet, never to be seen again. And then what happens when you go to do your spring cleaning or whatever, so many weeks of years down the line, you go to clean out the room and get things to throw away. You see all these toys that you spend all this money on that still works perfectly fine, that they don't even play with anymore, or maybe they just broke. They broke them right off the back. But just be mindful, man. Just be mindful. You know, don't lose your don't fall behind in your rent, your utilities, car notes, insurance, whatever it is you know you have expenses. Don't do it. But Christmas is coming. I'll be glad. Me personally, I'm glad when it get here, and I'll be even more glad when it goes. That's that Grinch side of me. That sometimes I embrace it when it's convenient. But you know, that's just my little holiday tip. You know, your hood expert giving you that hood advice. But anywho, man, hope everybody doing good out there. We're gonna chop it up about a few things, and then we're gonna get up out of here. I'm starving, so I know for a fact it won't run long. Uh, last week, last episode rather, I talked about Lil Baby. You know, he had some more. You know what? He didn't have anything. Like my man is a victim, but he had another uh, hoe come for his young lady again, yet again. Uh, his girl posted a picture. She was somewhere, posted a little selfie. She had on like a little nude outfit. It was the color nude, and the caption was like, he asked for a nude, and I sent him this. Just trying to be funny, just enjoying her day, shopping, chilling. And one of the other solicitors said, and that's exactly commented on her tweet. That's exactly why he cheated on you, which is just just uncalled for, man. Just uncalled for. And then when Lil Baby, I wish I knew the young lady's name. I'm sorry, but because I hate referring to her as Lil Baby girl because he doesn't own her. But she went to defend herself and said something about that's why she get here for a living. And so Tiana Trump, the hoe in question, says, "Yeah, your man love it," and then threatened to like show receipts, like we care about them receipts, but threatened to expose their conversation or their interaction or whatever. And it's like, yo, why y'all bothering this young lady? Like, this young lady is just trying to. It's bad enough. It's bad enough that she has to deal with that she's in a relationship and has to deal with what comes along with dating one of the hottest rappers in the country right now. Like, she don't need no hoe beef. Like, I'm sure she deal with enough of that behind the scenes. But why won't y'all let my man and his gear be happy? It's like, what is the purpose? Like, y'all are really breaking the code. I can't stress it enough. Y'all gonna mess up the business for y'all. I'm telling you, y'all gonna mess up the business. Y'all, them bands and them racks y'all get, y'all gonna be back down to $40. Y'all gonna be back down to busting it open for $40. Keep running your mouth. Keep telling and keep clout chasing and exposing these rappers if that's what y'all think y'all doing, because they gonna bounce back. But keep on clout chasing and running your mouth. Y'all gonna be back to busting it open for $40. So, yo, my advice is to hush. But I don't want to, I want to spread a little positivity in the name of Lil Baby. So, with that being said, a few days ago, him, Steven Jackson, former NBA ball player, champion, and Erica and William Platt, who are entrepreneurs in Atlanta, they recently put a baby doll themed party together for Gianna, who is the daughter of George Floyd, who we all know was murdered by the police. She turned 7, I believe. And they put together a nice party for her. This was her first birthday without her father, to no fault of his own, to no fault of her own. Strictly the police. But they put together a nice little party for her, and it was just nice to see. I saw a few pictures, and it was just good to see. You know, that's a way of giving back. Like you don't always have to give. A lot of times we think giving back is just you putting money in somebody's hand, money in somebody's pocket. Like you can give back in so many other ways, so many other ways. And it was just dope. It was just dope. It was like I said, it was Lil Baby, Steven Jackson, and Erica and William Platt who put this together, and it was nice. It was a small social gathering, but they went about the whole social distancing protocol and went about it the right way to make sure everybody was safe and was able to enjoy themselves. But that's kudos to them for putting that together for this young lady and her family. So that was real dope. That was real dope. And I saw where man, I lost my thought just that quick. But anyway, but that was just dope. That was just dope to see. I hope that thought come back to me because I had a point I wanted to make. But that was just dope to see. That was dope to see. And so, little baby, hey man, hold your head. It come with the territory, bruh. But if you gonna do it, move a little different. Move a little different. Snoop, Snoop. Moving on to the next rapper, legend Snoop. Recently we did an interview with some magazine and criticized another criticism of WAP, song WAP with Megan Cardi, and was like, he said that they should leave stuff to the imagination. And I just, I laughed at that. I laughed at that because Mr. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. G's up, hoes down. And I get it. You're older, you evolve, you mature. So you are entitled to change your mind, your views, your opinion about things. That's the one thing about life. Like you can feel a certain way today and become more knowledgeable about whatever the particular thing you feel that way about and change your mind. Like there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time though, you can't forget what you were doing when you were that age. Like these are young ladies. I don't think neither one of these ladies is over 28. They may be younger than that, 26 or something like that. But at the same time, when you were that age, you was making the same kind of music, just in reverse. And you grew up, you evolved, you matured. Your kids got older, or whatever your inspirations then became. So we just have to stop with the double standard, man, and allow these women to express themselves however they see fit. If it ain't for you, hey, you don't have to listen. It's just like with online stuff. Like you don't have to leave. If you see something you don't like, yo, scroll past, turn it off, shut it down. You don't have to give it any attention. I see stuff all the time, and I just be like, yo, that's to myself, that's dumb as hell, and then I move on because I have nothing to gain by criticizing or leaving my unwanted opinion. But that's what social media does. It gives everybody a voice, and that can be good, that can be bad, depending on what you're using it for. But allow these women to grow, man. Allow these women to grow. Like they're expressing themselves. They're young, they're rich, they desirable. Hey, they've been through their own experience, their own personal experiences. Hey, let these women grow. Let these women evolve. Let these women evolve because we allow the men to evolve. So why can't we let the women evolve? We watch all our OG rappers who we love to this day evolve. They not rapping about the same thing that they was rapping about when they was in their 20s. Hove don't rap about the same thing. Snoop don't rap about the same thing. Buster, all them cats, they don't rap about the same thing. Nas, they don't rap about the same thing. We watch them evolve and we love them just the same. So just let the women shine, man, and grow and come into their own identity. And we'll see how it play out. But if you don't like it, hey, you don't have to listen to it. But the double standard is real. The double standard is nasty. But that's excuse me. But that's what we are. That's what we are. But it's a song. Like I tell you what, it's a song out here that I like it, but I'm ashamed that I like it. It's called Throat Baby. And the song go hard. But it is so much filth. But I like it. But at the same time, you got a song like WAP. Everybody want to dump on it and voice their opinion. Just saying. If you don't like it, you don't have to deal with it. You don't have to deal with it. It's real easy to push a button and cut something off, or turn a knob and turn it down, or flip the channel, or whatever it is you do. However you listen to your stuff. But it's just filth. It's crazy though. It's crazy. There are way more songs that are degrading and insulting to women than there are women degrading and bashing men. Yeah, there are some, but the scale is so lopsided. Like it's not even close. It's not even close. But again, we sing them songs, we blast them songs, we ride to them songs. But the ladies on the come up, it's like, nah, what y'all doing? We don't want to hear that. And a lot of you cats don't want to hear it because it apply to y'all. But that's neither here or there. And speaking of Meg, I'm gonna stay with Meg. I don't know how old this article was, or this thing I saw. I didn't see the date, but it's not. I don't want to. It's not really pertaining to her, but the situation is what I want to address. So, what I read was her sister was basically, blasting her publicly, or she's trying to shame her publicly, saying she hadn't seen her niece, that Meg haven't seen her niece in like a long time, and was just saying how she should be there and she should do this and she should do that, just coming from a place of entitlement. Now, with that being said, I'm not referring to their situation because I don't know their situation, but that particular topic hits home for a lot of people. So my question is, if you become successful, whatever the field may be, it don't have to be entertainment, just successful in whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. You may become a doctor, you may become a lawyer, or a master plumber, or whatever it is, but you are making good money. You're making good money, like more than enough for you, that you're comfortable and that you can do for others. Like, should you be obligated to take care of close friends and family? And my answer to that is no. You are not. You are absolutely, outside of your home, mother, father, you are not obligated to take care of your friends and your family. If you do, kudos to you. You got a heart of gold. But no, you're not. You see too many times people go broke trying to do that, trying to hold down their friends and support whatever it is they got going on, or try to take care of their family and try to support whatever they got going on, or just giving them money or buying them houses and doing all of that. And then when the money run out, you are the only one that's in trouble. and all of a sudden, none of those people you help can help you. So no, I don't think that you are entitled to help your outside of your household, to take care of outside of your household. Now, if you do, again, that's great, but you should not feel any pressure to do that. And if people are pressuring you to do that, then they don't really have your best interest at heart. It's just like I was watching this show that come on ESPN called 30 for 30. I forget who the athlete was, but he got he made money, and he bought his mom's a big old nice crib. And so once he stopped playing football, he had to make adjustments to his lifestyle. So he had to, I guess, downgrade, if you will. So let's just say you go from a 10-room home to a 5-room home. And, he's trying to downgrade for financial reasons. So you may have 10 cars, you get rid of 5 of them, or you get rid of, 6 of them. So he went to his mom's. Now he paying for the house. He went to his mom's and was like, yo, no longer playing, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to, budget to make sure that I'm good for life after football. And he told her, hey, I'm going to get you a new crib, but it's going to be smaller. She was like, no, absolutely not. I'm not moving out of my house. This is his mom's. She was like, nah, I'm not moving out of my house. And he was like, nah, I'm going to get you a nice crib. It's just not going to be this mansion that you staying in. I'm going to get you a nice home. She was like, nope, absolutely not. And my man is pinching pennies trying to hang on. And she refused to give up that big old crib that she lived in alone. So you don't have to you shouldn't feel obligated, man, to do that. You shouldn't feel obligated to do that. You shouldn't feel pressured to do that. Like, if you choose to do it, then yeah, you do it. Everybody shouldn't look to you at Christmas time like, I know I'm gonna get something from him or her. It shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be that hectic. Like, your success is your success. Now, you do have people who support you, along the way. They may give you, encouraging words from time to time, or, whatever you need, they may hold you down a little bit. Now, you show gratitude. That's fine. But just taking care of you forever, as long as I'm riding high, nah, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. But you see a lot of times, man, these entertainers or athletes, whatever, they go broke because they taking care of a 100-person entourage, or they taking care of the whole family, all the cousins, even the third cousins, uncles they ain't met. They feel obligated. It's almost like buyer's remorse. You feel this shame, or you feel this obligation to hold down the people back in the hood because you made it out the hood. But you should not feel obligated to do that at all. At all. I get it. It's your niece. This is whatever. But yo, if I choose to do it, I don't have to do it. Like, those are your bills. Those are your responsibilities. And if I choose to help you with them from time to time or once, then that's fine. But just on the strength of helping you because I got it and I can do it, nah, it don't work like that, B. It don't work like that at all. But you have those people who feel like when you make it, you owe them. Like I said, whatever it is. Whenever your financial status starts to increase or improve, you got people that feel like you owe them. You gave me a sandwich one day. I was hungry and you gave me a sandwich and some chips. So I owe you $1 million for a bologna sandwich and some chips? Like, nah, man. Nah. I tell you what, I buy you a roast beef sandwich. Roast beef is way better than bologna. We're even. But It's like, nah, I don't owe you a lifetime of financial support because you let me sleep on your couch for a week, or because you gave me some gas money so I can get to a job interview, or because you just you bought me some shoes, my shoes, whatever. But no, no, you shouldn't feel obligated to do that at all. But that's the mentality that we have, man. We feel like because we should have success by affiliation, and it don't work like that. Like, for you to think, it take a special person to think that, because I see somebody that I'm close to putting their blood, sweat, and tears to whatever it is that they're trying to become successful in. Then when they do it, because I was standing next to them, encouraging them to do it, I feel like that you owe me something. I should be able to share in that wealth. I should be able to reap some fruit from your labor. That take a special kind of person to think like that, to believe that, to feel that way. Like, nah, you wasn't grinding with me. But we fall victim to that. We fall victim to that pressure. We fall victim to that pressure. And I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of times, man, we put that pressure. We put some of that pressure on ourselves because we know how we come up. We know how hard it is. We know where we come from. We can't forget it. We're reminded of it every day. So sometimes we tend to put that pressure on ourselves and opt to do it, and convince ourselves that we have to do it because we know what that person is going through, when that's not true. Now, there's nothing wrong with helping, but let somebody help, out the kindness of their heart, not because you guilt tripped them, or you pressuring them. You hitting them with the sob story. You calling them and hitting them with the sob story. Like, that's not what's that. That's not what's that. Like, I don't ever want to force somebody to do something for me. Like, that's actually one of the things that I struggle with. Like, I absolutely hate asking for help, and I be needing help. I could be needing help, and I just sit there and try to figure it out on my own. But I hate asking for help. I just don't like relying on people. But in life, when you're trying to do things, whatever it may be, you're going to need a helping hand at some point. Nobody has become successful all by their lonely. At some point, you're going to need that a helping hand. I don't know who it's going to come from, but at some point, you're going to need that. But that's something that I struggle with, asking for help, because I don't like, my thing is, I don't like the fact that people have that you can hold something over my head. Like, I don't ever want anybody to be able to hold something over my head and be like, I did this for you. Or, don't you need me? You need me, so you better act this way. You better treat me like this because you know you need me. Like, I don't ever want anybody to be able to hold nothing over my head. Like, I just refuse to do it. And so sometimes, to my own detriment, I won't ask for that reason alone. Like, you're never going to get the drop on me. Not if I have anything to do with it. But that's something that, I struggle with. But I don't want to force anybody. Because, like I said, like your problems are not somebody else's problems, and vice versa. So, you could ask somebody for help, and then they'll go, yeah, I'll help you. But then they take their time doing it. And that's what frustrates me the most. Because it's like, yo, I came to you with a sense of urgency. So if you choose to help me, can you please move with that same sense of urgency? But at the same time, you can't be mad at them for not moving with that same sense of urgency, because your issue is your issue. So yeah, I'm willing to help you, but who's to say because they are willing to help you that it's on their top three of all the things on their to do list? Who's to say that that is in their top three, top five, or even top 10? And that's where my frustration comes in at. Because if I'm trying to get something done and I ask you for help, I need help immediately. I wouldn't come to you if I didn't need it immediately. It'll be, it's not down the line. It's like I need help immediately within the next couple of days. Like I need something done. Can you help me get this done? And if you go yes, yo, I need your best foot forward. And a lot of times, people offer the help and they have asked you with the help. But I'm supposed to sit here and be grateful because you gave me a little bit of help. And I should. Because, I don't like the saying that something is better than nothing. But something is better than nothing, if you put it into certain, perspectives. But a lot of times that something is worth nothing. Like if you choose to help somebody, yo, help them. Help them. And don't make them feel like shit when you helping them. Like don't help me, but then critique and judge me while you doing it, or shame me while you doing it. Like I don't want your help. Like I'd rather just forget it. I'd rather just struggle. But at the same time, if somebody help you and they putting their best foot forward and they helping you and they giving you their effort, they're sacrificing their time and energy to help you with your situation, yo, be appreciative. It works both ways. It works both ways. Be appreciative. Cause I know me personally, if I say I'm gonna help somebody, I'm gonna go as far as I can go. I'm gonna go as far as I can go. Because if you come to me for help, then I'm under the impression that you really need it. You're not just, it's not a test. You really need it. So I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna go all out. But, the little phrase, it be your own people. It do be your own people. And that's sad. In a lot of cases, it do be your own people, man. Sometimes the people close to you be your greatest obstacle. And sometimes you have to be willing to sacrifice those people, man. We have to start being okay with cutting people out of our lives. But a lot of us get caught up with that familiarity. That's a lot of our downfall. That we be so familiar with people, we be so comfortable that we don't, we can't possibly see ourselves without them in whatever form of fashion. It doesn't even have to be like your significant. It don't have to be like boyfriend, girlfriend type stuff. I'm just saying in general, friends, family, whatever, work buddies, whatever. Sometimes you have to let people go, man, because they mean you no good. And a lot of times a lot of people just stick around because of what they're getting from you, whatever it may be, money, food, just advice, and they do you no good. It's like a leech. They just suck you dry until they can't no more. Like we have to really get into the habit of that, man. Because right now, your mental health, your emotional levels, your heart, your positive energy, all of that needs to be protected. And sometimes the people closest to you, man, it's the ones destroying it and the ones hindering you. So we have to, I know, and see, our thing is we fall in love with ideas. We fall in love with ideas, like the thought of some particular scenario that makes you feel good. We'll overlook a lot of stuff because of possibilities. Like possibilities will get you embarrassed. Possibilities will get you hurt. And we struggle with that. I mean, we human, you know what I mean? We human. So we struggle with that. But at the same time, sometimes we gotta win them battles, man. I know it's hard, but sometimes you gotta let people go. And then sometimes you gotta keep people at bay. Like I could love you from a distance just as much as I was loving you up close. I could love you from a distance. Because if you don't mean me no good, then I can't let you get close to me. And it's like when people know you, I mean really know you. Like they know your dislikes, they know what makes you laugh, they know what makes you cry, they know your pet peeves. Like when people know you, people know your character, when they know you, we can make adjustments to ourselves to where you can basically take advantage of that person without them knowing. We know what to say. We know what to say to get your attention. We know what to say to get your ear. Again, I'm speaking in general with everything. This is not just about relationships. This is just about the different relationships, about friendships, with friends, with family, whatever. Business partners, uh, grown kids, and parents. Like sometimes they mean you no good. They're gonna take advantage. And I know we get tired. We get tired of being alone. We get tired of dealing with things by ourselves. We get tired of just the struggles that come with being the sole provider. So we tend to get mentally worn down and start accepting things that we wouldn't normally accept. And that's where um, the troubles and the issues and stuff come in at. Because we get mentally worn down, our shield gets weakened. So then we start just kind of, all right, let me just find something. And then you wind up making a bad decision. Because you thirsting for a particular feeling. You're chasing after a feeling. So what you think is that thing or device that's going to give you that feeling that you're looking for is really not. It's a lot of temporary fixes out here that are being disguised as long term. And you have to figure out um, what is what. You have to figure it out. But I know, you get mentally worn down. You get emotionally worn down. And then you just be like, whatever. It is what it is. And you start doing things out of character. You start putting up with stuff, dealing with stuff that you wouldn't normally do. And you recognize it too. Like I wouldn't, this ain't me. But because of you've been in this situation for so long, or you've been in a rut for so long, or you've been in this same spot in your life for so long that you might have a moment of desperation. You might have a moment of desperation. So you start, doing things that is out of your character that you normally wouldn't do. Accepting things. And we have to be careful, man. That's where you need people. That's when you need like solid people around you. Like that's where them solid people come in that, man, to encourage you, to tell you those things that, those uncomfortable things that are good for you, but that you may have a hard time accepting. Like if your friend can't tell you something for your own good that makes you uncomfortable, then you don't have any friends. You shouldn't just have a circle full of yes men and women. Yeah, yeah, girl, whatever you, yeah, yeah, dog, whatever. Hey, whatever makes you feel good, do it. Nah, nah, me, that ain't Lonzo. That ain't me. I don't think you should do that. And here's why. And when I lay it out, hey, do with it what you may. Because I don't speak from a place of jealousy. I don't speak from a place of envy. I have no malicious intent. So if you ask me, I'm never going to volunteer. But if you come to me and ask me, then yes, I'm going to give it to you uncut and uncensored, but with some tact. A lot of people don't know how to filter and have tact. You just speedball it right there. But you can't you can't let the ills of life, man, batter you to the point where you no longer know your worth. Always know your worth, kings and queens. Always know your worth. It's a lot of wolves in sheep clothing out here. We'll talk and make it sound fly to you, whatever it is. And once we get what we want from you, then we gone. Then they gone. So just be careful, man. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. If it don't sit right in your spirit, hey, don't do it. If it don't sit right in your spirit, don't do it. Yo, man, I am trying to drink more water, but water is awful, man. I'm not even gonna get on my water rant, but just know that I'm trying and I am not succeeding. It's just terrible. I bought that jug everybody got where it has like every hour on the hour is giving you like positive and reinforcement to keep drinking the water. It got all the time. I think you start at like 7 a.m. and then go all the way down to, I guess, 7 p.m. I think it's like 12 hours. Yo, I get to about 10 a.m. and I'm tapping out. But that's just me. But, shout out to all you water drinkers out there. I don't know how y'all do it. Y'all don't care about y'all don't care about flavor. But anyway. But yeah, man. Yo, protect yourself. It's like boxing. Protect yourself at all times. Protect that heart. Guard that heart. Guard that heart. And the quickest way to your heart is through your mind. So protect it. Protect it. Protect it. Protect it. Yeah, I know them words sound good. I know some of them actions look good. But just make sure. Make sure that it's genuine. And it's coming from a place of love. Just make sure. Protect yourself. But for me, uh, let's get back to Christmas. I honestly I didn't even mean to get off into all that. But let's get back to Christmas. I want to give just one piece of advice. And this is to the ladies, not the fellas. Fellas, yo, y'all good. We good. But I'm going to give it to the ladies. Just one piece of advice. First of all, let me ask this question. Excuse me. See what water doing to me? Mountain Dew would never. Um, how long do you have to be in a relationship or dealing with somebody, or whatever the entanglement is? That's what we're doing in 2020. So how long do you have to be in a relationship with somebody before sex is no longer considered a gift? sex is not a gift. I give you the people that's been dealing with each other for like, months. I'm gonna say after 2 years, man. You got 2 years to throw sex on the table as a gift. Then after that, you better start getting the wheels a turning. Then you better start getting the wheels a turning and start using your creativity. Because you can't keep using that as a gift. Because that gift is the same gift that I had 3 days ago. You you can't keep using sex as a gift. It's lazy. Like I'd rather have a gift card. Like people say gift cards is like a lazy gift to give somebody for like Christmas or birthday or whatever the occasion is. I love gift cards because guess what? I'm going to go get what I want to get. So you can never go wrong with a gift card. But don't keep throwing sex on the table like the big joke in the spade game, thinking that that's just the gift and nothing else can compare. Now it is the gift that keeps on giving, but it is not a gift for Christmas. It is not a gift for birthdays. It is not, and I repeat, it is not a gift for Valentine's Day. If I gotta go to Jared, Kay's, pawn shop, edible arrangements, Amazon, whatever, then you damn sure better go to Foot Locker, K's, Lee's Pawn and Jewelry, or whoever. You better go holler at Jared too. Don't wrap a bow tie around you and be like, Happy Valentine's Day. Cause I'm gonna be like, what a receipt at? I won't return it. Sex is not a gift, man. I'm clowning, but sex is not a gift. It's not a gift. And do better, queens. Fellas, there you go. But at the same time, fellas, put a little bit more effort into it too. That's all I got for y'all. But so something a little on a more serious note. So once again, the police have raided the wrong crib. But fortunately, nobody died this time. She was just traumatized and will have to deal with this embarrassment for the rest of her life. A Chicago woman, home was raided. They busted in her door in her crib, tore her crib up, looking for somebody that wasn't there. They had the wrong crib, and this lady was naked. They released the body cam footage. They didn't want it to be released. They didn't want to answer any questions. But they had this lady naked for like 20 minutes while they looked through her crib. And then after around the 15-20 minute mark, one of the cops decided, let's cover her up. So they go get a blanket or whatever, and she's handcuffed too. Handcuffs, hands behind her back, and they put a blanket around her. Blanket keeps opening up and falling off. Like they humiliated this woman. They traumatized, humiliated, and embarrassed this woman. Had her handcuffed, butt naked, while they walked through. While 8, 9, 10 different cops run through her crib and tore up the crib looking for somebody who wasn't there. They had the wrong house. Like, I just want to know, how hard is that test you have to take to become a police officer? Like, how hard is it? Is it just put the blocks in the matching shapes? Like, how hard is it? Because they seem to be really incompetent and making a lot of simple mistakes that can be easily avoided. Then when the lieutenant or the sergeant, whoever show up, and all they could do is go, they step outside with each other, they huddle up and whisper, that they messed up. Nobody's apologetic. And then they got this lady handcuffed, naked, with her hands behind her back. She's traumatized. She's irate. She's crying and yelling, and she's angry. She's feeling all these different emotions, and they like, calm down. They got to stop telling people to calm down when you got a gun in their face and you got them handcuffed and you roughing them up. That's like me got somebody with their hand behind their back and I'm slapping them. I'm like, don't stop moving, stop flinching. Like it's a natural reaction. But they humiliated this woman. But thankfully, she lived to tell her story. And the guy that, and then the silly part is the guy that they were looking for, he had on an ankle monitor. They could have just went directly to him. And not only did he have on an ankle monitor, he was like in the same building. Like it was a complex. He was like the next building over. The next address over. And they still couldn't get the right crib with the dude having on the ankle monitor. I just would like to know how hard are these tests? How hard are these tests? Because clearly y'all are not recruiting, y'all are not hiring the best of the best. It's become a joke. Flav said it back in the day. It's becoming a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. One big joke. One big racist joke. And I'm not even surprised anymore. It doesn't even surprise me no more. They actually are impressing me. Because it seems like they are finding new ways and more creative ways to outdo each other. It's like they got a competition going on. How can we humiliate black people today? And it's like they coming up with all these different scenarios and executing them. And it's just no respect, man. It's just no respect for our life. It's no respect for our life. We protesting about social injustices, being murdered, being gunned down for no reason. And you got certain people out here protesting because they don't want to wear a mask. Like I saw the video the other day of people, it was a few idiots. They decide to march, if you want to call it that, march through Target with no mask on, with signs and all kind of stupid catchphrases, because they don't want to wear a mask. And that's where the outrage comes in at. Like that's where y'all draw the outrage at, the mask. But again, you don't really care about things until it happened to you. Like a lot of times, and I've been guilty of that too, but a lot of times, man, you really don't have concern for a lot of stuff until it hit close to home. Then when it hit close to home, then it's like, all right, let me pay attention. But at the same time, they humiliated this woman, man. They humiliated her. They had this black woman handcuffed, older black lady too, had her handcuffed, butt naked, for 15 to 20 minutes, standing there. Nobody thought to go get her a robe, a shirt, anything. For 15 to 20 minutes, she was there butt naked while these officers ran through her crib with their guns drawn. And she's standing there naked, handcuffed. And it angers me because you see it way too often. You see it, you hear about it way too often. Just saw a video before I even started recording. Dude sitting there with his girl and his kid. They sitting down, look like they at the mall. They at some mall, eating in the food court. Cop walk up to him and just like arrest him, put the handcuffs on him behind his back while he's sitting there eating his food because somebody said he, is always to fit the description. So they asked him, did he drive a black truck? He even said no. They handcuffed him and took him outside anyway. Then come to find out they had the wrong person, of course. Then they let him go. But while they got my man cuffed and they trying to, his girl is filming it. So while they trying to explain to them, yo, we don't even own a black truck. Y'all got the wrong guy. So then when they do all their little research and they come back, he the wrong guy, they just let him go. No apology, no nothing. Just let him go. Now that whole family day is ruined. This family has been humiliated. But again, thankfully, he lives another day. It's just there's no respect for our life, man. There's no respect for our life. We're not viewed as human beings to them, man. Because you can see them getting down, how they get down with us, and then you flip the script and see them getting down with their own, and it's totally different. It's totally different. But I hope that lady sues them for every dime that they have. That's why we scream Black Lives Matter and defund the police. But anyway, so uh, with 2021 approaching, with uh, next week and a half, 2 weeks, 21 will be here. I know everybody's hesitant about making resolutions because we don't know how it's going to be. We don't know what the limitations are going to be. So, making resolutions and starting to set these goals for the next year seems a bit discouraging. And honestly, the only one you could really probably set is the whole, the typical, you're gonna get in shape, goal, your resolution, because you really can't plan anything, man. But just you could just keep the grind. Like I've never been big on resolutions because never do them. I remember about 2 years ago, I made a New Year's resolution, said I was going to stop watching porn and I wasn't going to masturbate. None that year. I made it to January 5th. Hey, judge if you want. That was a strong 4 days. But resolution, I've never been a big resolution guy, but and another resolution, I did the whole I'm gonna get in better shape too. But I had a reason. Like I had a moment that was like, all right, dog, you got to do something about your weight. Like my heaviest, like when I was in my heaviest, I was 375. 375. I still have the picture. I had a side by side joint to when I was at my lightest, and then I had the joint when I was at my heaviest. But I was at 375 at one point. I'm at about 270 right now. My lowest, I was at about 240. I'm gonna say about 240, 245. So, but I'm talking about over the years, not within a matter of a year. Like I'm talking like the last 7 years, if you will. My lightest as an adult, I was at about 240. Now I'm at about 270, 275. It fluctuates. I hit 270, then it'd be 272, then it'd be 275. But it seems like I just can't get below 270. But I will say this. My moment of clarity that I had, and I've never shared this with anybody, but I'm going to do it for the sake of this podcast, man. I went to the doctor to get a physical. This is my old doctor. I had to, like, I'm so petty. Like, I changed doctors after this. But I went to the doctor to get a physical. And, they check your blood pressure. They check you for, diabetes. I got the whole thing. I got my blood pressure. I got blood drawn to check for, like, diabetes and high cholesterol, whatever it is. So the doctor comes in and, they do the whole, where they put the stethoscope on your chest and you take deep breaths in and out, and then they put it like on your back, and you take deep breaths in and out. So he put the stethoscope on my back and had me to breathe deep in and out. You take the deep breath and you release, and so forth, so forth. So fine. So he goes to put the stethoscope on my chest to check my, I guess, the heartbeat and my breathing pattern or whatever. So he goes, he put it on my chest and goes, take a deep breath. I take a deep breath. He go, release. I release. So he got nothing. He was like, hold on for a second. This dude proceeds to, I've never been more embarrassed in my life. And I've had, an embarrassing moment or two. This dude goes to lift up my left titty and put the thing up underneath it. And then, tell me to breathe, deeply. But I took that deep breath with a tear in the corner of my left eye. I was so humiliated. I was like, my G, you got to get it together. That was my defining moment to where I started to take, my health a little bit more serious. Still got a long way to go. Don't get it twisted. I'm no health guru. But that was like the first time where I started to actually pay attention when he lifted up my left breast so he can get a better gauge of my breathing pattern. And he lifted up, and he could have just held it up while he had the stethoscope on it, but this dude gonna just let it go, and it fell over his hand or whatever and covered it up. And I was I was outdone. That was a long walk to the car. I've never gotten dressed so fast in my life. That was a long walk to the car. And I changed doctors after that. Immediately, I went home and I looked up another doctor. I couldn't face him after that. And, I've been, trying to put forth a good effort ever since. I didn't like having my breasts raised in the air like that. But, it is what it is. So, hey, that being said, take your health more seriously. So if I had a resolution, that'd be my resolution, man, to just, do better with my whole lifestyle of nourishing my body, what I put in my body. I'm trying to drink this little funky water and, eat more whatever. But fried chicken is just so delicious. But anyway, man, I'm gonna get on up out of here. Yo, please like, share, support, do that thing, do what y'all do. But hey, like I said, man, as we wind out this, as we round up this new year, come to the end, and we're approaching the new year rather, and getting through this Christmas and New Year's, man. Be safe, protect yourself at all costs. Don't go broke. Let's do a quick recap. Do not go broke. Don't go broke. Appreciate what you have. Appreciate what you already have, man. We have seen what's more important. We have been exposed to what's important to us and what's not important. If not, then you blind. You haven't been paying attention. But again, be good, be safe. Until next time, man, take it easy, relax, drink more water if you can. Peace.